A new international study indicates that homophobia in sports is playing out on Canada's fields, in the stands and locker rooms. The first study of its kind finds anti-gay attitudes are keeping many young people out of sports. And while there are efforts towards inclusion, Canada still has a long way to go. Vicadopia reports.
From rowing to hockey and track, Jonathan Clark has played sports most of his life, but it wasn't easy.
It wasn't like the rest of the kids growing up.
Clark faced relentless taunts, bullying, and even violence. Targeted, he says, because he's gay, though he didn't know it at the time.
I've had hockey jerseys that were full of sweat thrown in my face, almost suffocated me once. Things thrown at me all the time. It was a hard thing. By the end of it, I started dressing at home because I didn't want to be around that stuff.
A new study by a coalition of athletic groups concludes Clark's experiences are overwhelmingly the norm for gay and lesbian athletes. Canada did better than other countries surveyed, yet still, 81% of Canadian study participants witnessed or experienced homophobia in sports. About a quarter of gay men who were targeted were also assaulted. 2/3 would feel unsafe in spectator stands if they were open about their sexuality. And fear forces most gay and lesbian youth to keep their orientation from their teammates.
I don't think coming out in sport is a particularly safe place yet. Particularly for men.
As a member of Canada's first female Olympic rowing team, Sandy Kirby kept her sexuality a secret for her entire athletic career. As an academic, she's studied and worked to end discrimination in sport.
We used to think that if we worked on gender, we worked on gender equity, that the rest of the inequalities would kind of follow along behind. And it's pretty clear from this study that it just isn't so.
Today, organizations promote acceptance in sports in Canada. The study, though, suggests hostility towards players perceived to be homosexual begins at school age, so stopping it has to begin early.
Show coaches and other sport administrators how homophobia is manifest and what they can do about it in their own organizations.
As for Jonathan Clark, he says most teachers, coaches, and other parents knew about his harassment but did little to intervene. A situation, he says, that must change.
Don't let it slide. Don't ignore it.
Vicadopia, CBC News, St. John's.